One of the surprise teams this season has been the Lopez Lobos. After a season-opening loss to Port Isabel by 1 point in overtime, the Lobos have reeled off 5 straight victories and have positioned themselves as contenders in 32-5A. But the class of Brownsville when it comes to football has been Veterans Memorial. The Chargers have been up and down this season. They made a new case last week with a 30-point win on the road at Ed Couch Elsa. Ivan Olivo scored the only touchdown of the night for the Lobos, an early 7-0 lead. All veterans after that, Gustavo Vasquez with the first of 2 scores. There were lots of fourth down gambles, many that didn't work. The Chargers scored 21 straight to end the Lobos' 5-game winning streak. Tonight's the halfway point of district races for the leagues that have 8 teams, 7 games for the district season. Tonight brings game 4, and there were some big games for teams to position themselves either as teams to be reckoned with or those just trying to survive until November. A check of this week's Dave Dozen 6A version. San Benito won, PSJ North won, Vela was a winner. We don't have Harlingen in there in the win column, but they did win tonight. Economitas lost to Edinburgh North, and McAllen Memorial picked up a victory as well. The game of the week matched rivals Sherryland and Pioneer. For the 3rd time in this series, the Rattlers won the first 2, but many felt that even with Sherryland's top ranking in our sub-6A poll, that Pioneer had grown up enough to give the Rattlers a game. Channel 5's Brandon Ortega standing by at Richard Thompson with the impact play that proved just that, Brandon.
Dave, you're absolutely nailing it on the head. Pioneer looked like a grown-up team in just their 3rd year as a varsity team, and it took a lot of impact plays in the second half for the Diamondbacks to pull away from the win, and one player in particular came up very big for those Diamondbacks, especially in the 3rd and 4th quarter. Let's take a look first at the 3rd quarter. Here we go. 20-14, Pioneer up. Sherryland had driven down in field goal range. Well, watch this. Alec Garcia, bam, blocking the field goal. He had scored a touchdown earlier on to get the Diamondbacks going on offense, and then here on defense, guess who? Yeah, Alec Garcia, this time with an interception. He was instrumental helping the defense, special teams, and offense get things going tonight as Pioneer pulls away with a 14-0 run in the second half. Now, this wasn't just big because they get their first win in the Snakeskin Classic, Dave. As we've talked about earlier on in the show, they are now in a 3-way tie for the top of this district, so a huge, monumental moment tonight for the Pioneer varsity team. Let's go back to you.
All right, thanks, Brandon. 24 games tonight, a full boat, and Pioneer defeats Sherryland for the first time, as Brandon just told us. As he also mentioned, unbeaten Nixon, turnover-prone in the 4th quarter, Rio Grande City ended a 6-game win streak tonight. Other 5A games, Valley View tops Cigaroa, Roma 31, Martin 7. Lower Valley 5A, as we showed you, Veterans beats Lopez. Highlights upcoming of Mercedes win over Ed Couch Elsa, and Donna wins on a big night over Porter, 42-12. 6A now, Harlingen stays unbeaten in district. That's the game we didn't show you on how they fared. Tied now with San Benito after the Greyhounds' 7th straight victory. Los Fresnos rallied past Hanna, and North survives in the Mid-Valley 6A. We've got highlights upcoming as PSJ North beat PSJ Southwest 17-14. Rowe with a 24-17 win over Mission. McAllen Memorial moves to 4-0 in district, and it was a sweep for the McAllen ISD. The Bulldogs were also winners tonight. La Feria rolls off 36 unanswered to claim the victory over Kingsville. Port Isabel stays in the title hunt with an impressive win at Orange Grove. 42-7, Raymondville wins in the Mid-Valley. The Bobcats thumped the West Oso Bears 47-23. Now 3A scores. Lyford doubles up Bishop. The points kept coming in Kingsville. Santa Gertrudis piles it up 72-42. Monte Alto goes down to Hebronville. Santa Maria comes up short to Three Rivers 39-21. And finally, St. Joe wins comfortably over MMA 41-7. We talked last week about Mercedes flying under the radar. They are no longer stealth. The Tigers have taken over undisputed first place in 32-5A with a 27-12 win over Ed Couch Elsa. Zach Gomez throwing to Mark Ledesma 6-0, but missed extra points contagious in the early going. Joel Cardoza scores for the Jackets, but they couldn't convert either. It was tied at 6 until Gomez scored on a run. Perseverance as he pounds his way to the end zone. There were only 7 points scored in the second half, but the Tigers had the lead at that point, and they go on to win. Mercedes 4-0 in 32-5A. Ed Couch Elsa has now lost 2 straight district games. Unbeaten PSJ North survived the scare in their own stadium from PSJ Southwest. Maybe the Raiders were looking ahead to the Vela SaberCats. Brian Acosta scored first for Southwest. The Javelinas take a 6-0 lead. North came back. Darren Fuentes gets to the end zone 7-6 at that point. North led 10-6 at the half and then held on for a 3-point victory. We've got North and Vela coming up next week in week 9. Lots of people wondered if Port Isabel wasn't digging a hole in the district after losing at home to Rio Hondo last week. Traveling to defending district champ Orange Grove, only a 5-game district schedule. Tarpons might have been looking at 0-2, but forget about it. The Silver Bullet took this one into his own hands early. Omar Silva with 2 touchdowns as the Tarpons set the tone. It's Tarpon time in Orange Grove tonight. Tarpons win 38-21 and they keep their district title hopes alive. San Benito has now run the Valley's current regular season win streak to 12. But what's the all-time record? For newcomers to Valley football, there are 3 traditional football power programs that rank 1, 2, 3 on the list. Ed Couch-Elsa grabbed the record from Port Isabel with 37 straight wins over the 2003 to 2007 season. Harlingen won 31 straight regular season games from 2008 to 2011, and the Tarpons won 29 games from 1980 to 83 under Valley coaches Alex Leal and Tommy Roberts. And a reminder, you can keep up with all the elements of First and Goal coverage, highlights and features on our website at krtv.com. Time now for our Snapchat Snap of the Night. McDonald's prize pack going out to the winner of the person that submits the photo from the Channel 5 Game of the Week. This week's winner is Carla Zumaya. Thanks for playing from Channel 5 and McDonald's. And next week, a big showdown for first place in 31-6A. Vela plays at PSJA North on Thursday. But this has been First and Goal for Friday, October 14th. I'm Dave Brown. We'll see you next week.